Turkey just did what no Western court dared: charged Benjamin Netanyahu and his top brass with genocide. 37 Israeli officials named and wanted. From Gaza's ruins to a courtroom in Istanbul, justice has a new address. But is this accountability or a geopolitical showdown in disguise? Turkey on November 7th issued arrest warrants for Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu and dozens of other Israeli officials on genocide charges. The Istanbul Chief Public Prosecutor's Office said it has issued warrants against 37 Israeli officials. Besides Netanyahu, warrants target Israel's Defense Minister Israel Katz, National Security Minister Itamar Gvir, and Military Chief Eyal Zamir, among others. The warrants charge the Israeli officials with crimes against humanity and genocide committed in Gaza and against the flotilla carrying aid to the war-ravaged Strip, according to the prosecutor's office. That flotilla was intercepted by Israeli authorities in October.
The October 17, 2023 attack on the Al-Ali Baptist Hospital claimed 500 lives. On February 29, 2024, Israeli soldiers deliberately destroyed medical equipment. Gaza was placed under blockade, and victims were denied access to humanitarian aid.
Israel was quick to condemn and reject the warrants. Israeli Foreign Minister Gideon Sa'ar called the move a PR stunt by Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdogan and took to his social media and said,
"The Istanbul prosecutor's office, which as recalled recently orchestrated the arrest of the mayor of Istanbul merely for daring to run against Erdogan, has now issued arrest warrants for Israeli leaders and senior officials. In Erdogan's Turkey, the judiciary has long since become a tool for silencing political rivals and detaining journalists, judges, and mayors. Israel firmly rejects with contempt the latest PR stunt by the tyrant Erdogan."
Sa'ar was referring to the arrest of Istanbul Mayor Ekrem İmamoğlu earlier this year. İmamoğlu, a key Erdogan rival, was arrested in March as part of corruption and terrorism investigations. The Turkish warrants raised questions over what role Turkey will play in a multinational security force for Gaza to uphold the United States brokered ceasefire deal. Earlier this week, several Muslim-majority nations met in Istanbul to discuss an international stabilization force for Gaza, a key part of United States President Donald Trump's 20-point ceasefire plan. The temporary force would train a new Palestinian police force and help stabilize the enclave. United States officials have cited Turkey, which played an important role in getting Hamas to agree to a ceasefire, as a potential participant in the force. And while it is not clear what role Turkey will play in the force, Israel has made clear it is against Turkish troops in Gaza. Meanwhile, the Palestinian group Hamas welcomed the Turkish court decision to issue arrest warrants for Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu and 36 other officials.
This commendable step reflects the genuine positions of the Turkish people and leadership in standing firmly by justice, humanity, and the bonds of brotherhood that unite them with our oppressed Palestinian people, who have faced and continue to face one of the most brutal genocidal wars in modern history at the hands of the fascist occupation leaders.
In November 2024, the International Criminal Court issued an arrest warrant for Netanyahu and former Defense Minister Yoav Gallant over war crimes and crimes against humanity committed against Palestinians in the Gaza Strip. Hamas called on world governments and judicial bodies to issue legal warrants to pursue the leaders of the Zionist occupation wherever they are, and to bring them before courts to hold them accountable for their crimes against humanity. Israel has killed close to 69,000 people, mostly women and children, and injured over 170,000 others in a brutal assault in Gaza since October 2023, before the offensive came to a halt under a ceasefire deal that took effect on October 10th.